Of Washington, D.C. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Washington Commanders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And able to take it past the 25 and to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Let's go now. Broncos.
They'll start this drive out of the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now 2nd and 5.
Ready? Let's go.
Here's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Finding space at the 40. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Ready? 68. Ready?
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
We tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
19.
To the air goes Daniels. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Cougar 19. 65.
Now they'll shift things around. Now Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Cade Otton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders 7, Lions nothing.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business.
It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They get this out quickly to the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. You talk about this Washington defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Hold it ready.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Ready, break.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Cowboy 80.
To throw is Daniels. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Come on, come on. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Daniels. That's caught downfield. It's Lane. And he's taken down inside the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunky yardage picked up there.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Daniels. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now is 2nd and 10.
60 Vikings, 60.
Daniels looking to throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Cougar 19.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Ready.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. He'll try and run for it. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. That's is his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
Commanders 14, Lions 7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Now a play fake here on first down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll drop to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll look to throw again. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got his big tight end here. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
They'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Ready? Go!
Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Dawson Knox in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Andy Borregales on for the
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game.
Andy Borregales set to kick off.
So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Okay, break. Tap to 60. Tap to 60. Ready?
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Practice.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Ready, set.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready. Check.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And it's thrown long now. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Detroit.
Get it.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 28 yards. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, the bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Here's Daniels. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. To the air goes Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. Big yardage that time for Washington. 41 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Now Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's 2nd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go. Gravity Lions. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Daniels. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready? Cougar 19.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Give him now 1,062 catches in his career. And I'm looking at the list here. That ties him with Andre Johnson.
And I wonder if he ever wrote Andre Johnson's name down and that number and said, that's where I'm trying to go. That's what I'm trying to get to. If so, congratulate yourself. You are there. That means you rank amongst the best.
Terry McLaurin from 4 yards out. And the Commanders have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point forthcoming. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10. The Lions take over 1st and 10. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Yeah, good for 22 and a 1st down.
Muzzle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Panther 60, Panther 60, go!
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. the touchdown. Borregales back out to send this one away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Off play action. Peterson. They'll try and do this, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he is going to have a Commanders 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
The 46-yard line.
And now an audible here into something else. Peterson now off the play fake. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Peterson. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down to force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Off the play fake. Peterson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Peterson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time.
Shorty got that body out of no time, set up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because it's a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball secure. Don't turn it over.
The 13-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They're going to look to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
And the Lions first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
Commanders 21. Offers Borregales set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. This is 1st and 10.
Set up. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. That's to Lane. He's got it outright. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This one taken in by Otten. And they'll get this down to the 10.
19 more yards.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Over the middle, complete. That's short.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2nd down, goal to go.
Here we go. Set.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Okay, ready?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Set. Cowboy 80.
Back to throw. Peterson. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Lions 35. Commanders 28.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Deputy! Deputy Lions! Cooking like cheese!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.